Paddy, it's a little deceptive.
Really?
Paddy gets fat, but he doesn't get out of shape. Paddy's got incredible endurance and an insane work ethic, but he also really loves to live and live life. You know, so he'll have a few beers, eat some pizza, get fat, but
Topuria.
Ilia Topuria, he doesn't want no more.
If you want me to fight Posh Boy next, if you want me to fight Chorizo next, if you want me to fight Charles next, anyone can get it.
I think Paddy and Ilia is one of the biggest fights you can make it happen. Let's go.
I think it's one of the easiest fights that I could have in the life.
After his impressive UFC 299 performance, Paddy Pimblett remains focused on climbing to the top of the lightweight division. He wants to test himself against the best contenders and believes he has what it takes to become undisputed champion. His message is simple. Whoever stands in his way, he's ready to fight.
Have anybody in mind? Do you have some things, hey, this is what I would prefer from you?
No, not really. I want to be a world champion. I want to be undisputed champion of the world. I want to be the first ever world champion from Liverpool. And I'm going to do that. I know that's in my destiny. I know it's in my fate. Whether it's the next fight or the next 10 fights, I'm going to be a world champion. It's that simple. If you want me to fight Justin next, if you want me to fight Posh Boy next, if you want me to fight Chorizo next, if you want me to fight Charles next, anyone can.
When Paddy Pimblett talks about the lightweight division, he makes his intentions clear. He has called out established stars like Max Holloway, while also targeting leading contenders such as Ilia Topuria, Arman Tsarukyan, and Justin Gaethje. Paddy is making it clear that these aren't random names. He wants to test himself against the division's most dangerous competition.
The music back on, I'll go back out and I'll fight Max. I probably weigh heavier than Max right now. I'm game, know what I mean? Give me anyone at lightweight now.
Paddy Pimblett's main target remains Ilia Topuria. Despite all the uncertainty surrounding the lightweight division, Paddy continues to view their matchup as unfinished business. He wants to settle their personal rivalry once and for all inside the octagon.
And which fight would you say is more challenging?
Oh, well, I mean, Ilia is one of the best in the world. He is one of the most dangerous fighters that there is, and he's a lot more dangerous than Paddy Pimblett. However, Paddy Pimblett is goofy. He's got a funky style, and not goofy in a bad way.
Yeah.
Not at all. You know, being goofy is such an asset in there. He's really hard to hit. He's really long. You know, he moves in weird angles and at different times, and so that throws you off. When that's why he has success, and that's why guys like Sean Strickland have success, and guys like Dricus Duplessis have success, because their timing is just different and funky, and having a funky style is hard to figure out the first time you're fighting somebody. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just that. I think Ilia is way more dangerous. I think fighting's crazy. I think, you know, in my mind, I think 97 out of 100 times, Ilia.
Not everyone shares Paddy Pimblett's confidence about the matchup. Justin Gaethje believes Ilia Topuria would have a major advantage if they fought. He points to Topuria's elite striking, complete skill set, and championship experience as reasons he expects Ilia to overwhelm Paddy. In Gaethje's view, the former champion simply brings too many weapons to the matchup.
Love to see you inside the cage with Ilia Topuria. How would you get the job done against Ilia?
To absolutely smash his face in for him. I can see me beating him anywhere the fight goes, to be honest. People have put him on a pedestal now. They think he's this big, amazing thing, when I'll bring him crashing back down to earth.
Paddy Pimblett has dismissed the idea that Topuria's undefeated reputation makes him unbeatable. He remains convinced that he can finish Ilia, whether the fight ends with a knockout on the feet or a submission on the ground. If the matchup becomes official, Paddy says he intends to back up his confidence inside the octagon.
Going on with Paddy?
With Paddy, all the fans around the world, I think that they want to see that fight. And at the same time, I have to be honest, I think it's one of the easiest fights that I could have in the lightweight division. I don't know, I can do with him whatever I want to do in reality. It's very excited fight for the fans.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna enjoy a lot the whole process, and at the same time, it's a fight where I'm gonna be able to shine once again.
How would you win? When would you win? Give us some of that Ilia prediction magic.
Against Paddy?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to think about it. I promise you, I could like choose the way I want to finish.
First round?
Be like, that's for sure. He's not gonna stay there for more than one round with me. But I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be cool to submit him in the ground with a triangle choke from the mount, something like that. Like as I told him, put my in his.
Ilia Topuria has shown no hesitation about facing Paddy Pimblett and remains extremely confident in the matchup. He believes Paddy would be one of the easier opponents in the lightweight division and expects to control the fight from the opening exchange through the finish. Topuria's confidence has only added more intensity to a rivalry that has already become one of the UFC's most personal.
Gagey to get you into that dogfight, drags you into it, know what I mean? And Ilia's never had that. Ilia's never had to come back from adversity. Ilia's only ever been the hammer. He's never been the nail. Know what I mean? That's why after that fight with Justin that I had, I knew I could come back stronger and better because I've done it before. I don't think Ilia Topuria ever comes.
Paddy Pimblett continues to argue that Ilia Topuria's recent defeat could have lasting consequences. He believes the punishment Topuria absorbed may affect both his confidence and his performances moving forward. In Paddy's view, the former champion could struggle to return as the same fighter he was before the loss.
Benoit Saint-Denis versus Paddy the Baddy lad. Paddy the Baddy Pimblett lad. Yous know who the boy is, lad. Yous know who the fucking boy is, lad. I'm the star of the show, lad. Paddy Pimblett steals the show with a generational performance against Benoit Saint-Denis. Amazing win. Genuinely amazing win. I don't know what the odds ended at, but when I was picking Paddy Pimblett, he's still an underdog. I think he was even more of an underdog when I was picking him as well. The odds closed up a little bit. But people were counting out Paddy here big time. And I said, what did I say, lad? Paddy said the same thing, actually, this fight week. I didn't make my prediction based on what he was saying. But that's the route to victory for him. If he stings Benoit on the feet and Benoit thinks I'll grapple, he leaves his head in position for a real elite fighter to catch guillotine.
Following UFC 329, an MMA analyst praised Paddy Pimblett's performance against Benoit Saint-Denis, describing it as a dominant showing that silenced many of his doubters. Paddy entered the fight with plenty to prove, but his impressive victory significantly strengthened his position in the lightweight division and gave his title ambitions even more momentum.
Lad, I'm like a fucking spider, lad. Starts calling out Ilia Topuria, the winner of Holloway versus McGregor. There was fighting, I guess that fight ain't happening. Maybe you could get Holloway though. But I reckon December, Ilia Topuria, Paddy Pimblett. Why not, man? Let Paddy Pimblett have his summer. He's back on momentum. You have to cash in on Ilia Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett. You just simply have to. I won't take anything else. And then you do Oliveira, Arman. I would like to see Arman versus Gaethje, but I could see them not doing it and maybe doing an Arman versus Holloway, but I don't know what's going to happen. But Paddy Pimblett, Ilia Topuria has to happen next. And guess what? It's actually a fucking interesting fight.
After Paddy Pimblett's impressive UFC 329 victory, MMA Guru called for an immediate matchup with Ilia Topuria. He believes Paddy's performance has added even more momentum to their rivalry, creating a matchup with huge fan interest and commercial potential. In his view, Pimblett versus Topuria could become one of the UFC's biggest lightweight fights.
About 10 minutes ago, I'd submit Charles.
And have you heard anything back from him or?
No, like I've got nothing but respect for Charles. You know what I mean? He's an absolute legend in the sport, but he's on his way out. And I think if he tried to grapple with me, I'd submit him. But we'd probably end up having a war for 5 rounds on the feet if I ended up fighting Charles Oliveira.
Jorge Masvidal believes Paddy Pimblett's latest victory has made a matchup with Ilia Topuria impossible to ignore. He sees the fight as a potential blockbuster because of the personal rivalry, growing momentum, and title implications surrounding both men. Masvidal is calling for the UFC to make it happen as soon as possible. Pimblett has also expressed confidence against Charles Oliveira, believing his grappling could lead to a submission and suggesting the former champion may no longer be at his peak.